Alright, what's up guys? Monday the 15th. And the markets kind of got spanked today. The bears bent it over their knee and gave it a good spanking. QQQ down 1.6, IWM down 1.4, the Dow down about 0.7, and the S&P's down 1.2. So for the big three score here on the daily chart, this is the first time in a while they've all got a negative score. S&P's get a -1, the RSP gets a -1, IWM and the QQQ get a -1, and the Dow's got a -6. A lot of negativity there in the Dow. And then the hourly charts are about as bad as possible. -12 across the board. So for the Dow Jones here, we got a fresh daily sell signal, and it actually closed today under the weekly 21 EMA, which you would expect in the context of an uptrend should be a level of support. So the fact that they broke it today, it's a little bit sketch. And then same thing here for the small caps. The IWM pulls back to a weekly 21, loses the weekly buy signal, and they crank out a close under the mean. So part of me wonders, the action here for the small caps in the Dow, could that be a bit of foreshadowing, so to say, for what might be to come for the S&Ps and the QQQ? QQQ on the weekly chart, we closed at 431, and we got our 21 EMA down here around 422. And then the S&Ps, we close at 5061, and we've got our weekly 21 down here at about 4950 to 5000. So frankly, it's not going to take too much more selling to get down there. One more day like today, and you're basically there for the S&Ps, and one more day like today for the Qs. You know, down another $7 or $8, and we're back to the weekly 21. And then our daily charts. Not the prettiest. They take out the 21 EMA. After 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tests of the daily 50, big break and a big close below that level. And now the kicker is, we have a 4-hour, a daily, a 2-day, and a 3-day squeeze. A lot of energy getting built up. Being that we're below the 50 and below that 21, with a 4-hour sell signal, a 2-hour, a 1-hour, a 30, and a 15, the odds would favor the squeeze break short, which I would like to think kicks off that pullback to the weekly 21. So the rules are, so long as price is under the daily 50, we are short in the bounces. And then I think another interesting chart here, which kind of ties into the idea of the market going a bit lower, the dollar. The almighty buckaroo. It's got a pretty good looking weekly squeeze. Just fired to the upside. The structure label is green. The big three label is green. And they got a perfect 12 out of 12. It's pretty good alignment for a push towards 107 to 108. Which again would put a little bit more pressure on Mama Market. And then the volatility index, aka the VIX, poppin'. The VIX is poppin'. Daily buy signal, 4-hour buy signal, a 2-hour, a 1-hour, a 30-minute, and a 15-minute. They keep on pushing the VIX higher. They'll keep on pushing the market lower. So as far as a few short ideas here, and real quick, let me show you the daily chart for the S&Ps. Ugly candle. Very ugly candle. We have a 2-day squeeze and a daily squeeze setting up. Sell signals on the 4-hour, 2-hour, 1-hour, 30-minute, and the 15-minute. So long as price is below that daily 50. You're looking to short the bounces, and again, try to play that down to the weekly 21. Which I would assume initially should be a decent spot for a bounce. But we'll find out if and when we get there. But with all that being said, a couple of short ideas for you. 2 of which I'm not short, and 1 of them I am. So for ARK here, I'm kind of kicking myself. all of last week, ARK was the best looking short on the scans. 21 EMA crosses below the 50. You got a big daily squeeze setting up. Sell signals, broken structure, shift of the trailing stop. It's a perfect short. And I didn't short it. So now we're a little bit late to the party. They broke that 200 SMA, slicing through it like warm butter. And from here, I gotta wait for a bounce. I gotta short that on a bounce. We have a 2-day squeeze, a 3-day squeeze, and a weekly squeeze. So, if I can get a bounce here, and the bounce doesn't fix all the problems, should make for a good short. And then the other idea here, and I'm not short this one either just yet, Tesla. Tesla down a healthy 5.5% today. So the big story here, I think, is the monthly squeeze. And Tesla's got earnings, I believe, on the 23rd. So as far as that monthly squeeze goes, whether it be a 5-minute time frame, a 15-minute, a 1 hour, or a monthly, the squeeze is your buildup of energy. It's your compression. Then you get the expansion, the release of energy. Whether it be a 5-minute, a weekly, or a monthly, when the squeeze fires, they can take price to about 2.5 to 3 ATR, above or below that 21 EMA. At the moment, -3 is down here at about $65. And you might be thinking, that's a bit dramatic, right? Can they really take Tesla down $100 from here? Well, food for thought. Inside of the squeeze, it's already down over $100. From 300 down to 160 during the compression. If they can take it down $100+ inside the squeeze, they can definitely do some damage here if the squeeze fires short. So my game plan would be before earnings. I'm going to go out to November, December expiration, and I'm going to buy the 100 puts. Buy the out-the-money put skis. And of course, earnings can cut both ways. So if earnings are just phenomenal, they might gap it up and those puts might go to zero. If earnings are a bit more crappy, and they gap that thing down, then you're one step closer to seeing that squeeze fire short. Which again, in the context of a squeeze, a move down to 100, that's about $40 to $50 above the actual target. If they do break it short, I don't think a flush down to 100, which is also previous support, I don't think asking for too much. So I'm going to keep an eye on Tesla tomorrow. And then the one that we got short today is Cisco. Really good looking short setup. Doesn't mean it works, of course. But being that we're playing a numbers game, right, we're playing a probabilities game, the probabilities point towards they want to take it lower. We've got sell signals on the weekly chart down to the 15, with a squeeze on the weekly, the 3-day, the 2-day, the daily, and the 4-hour. And they've all got the sell signal. So we bought the May expiration 47.5 put. And from here, we're looking for a flush down to about 47 to 46.5. So we're short Cisco, and then we remain long the crude oil. We got the June expiration 90 calls here on crude, and I got no complaints. You had a big daily squeeze back here. They fired it. Nice push. Now we're going through a bit of that consolidation phase. If they can keep it above that 21 EMA, and they can keep on printing the buy signal, I think you're looking for continuation higher. So we are long crude, we are short Cisco, and we're trying to keep the momentum going here in the mastery. Out of our last 9 trades, we have 6 winners. And yeah, it's about all she wrote for tonight, folks. Get a good night of sleep, eat your Wheaties, and we'll see what tomorrow brings. Shall not be dull. But again, if the S&Ps and the QQQ are below that daily 50, I think we're a bit more in a short the market, or a short the bounce kind of market. Alrighty, as always, thank you for watching. If you haven't already, hit the like and the subscribe button. Leave me a comment down below, and I'll see you tomorrow morning for pre-market prep. 7:45 a.m. Central. Be there or be SQ. Adios.